Well, we're good. We're good at rain. I brought my waterproof trousers, and I've only worn them once. And we're only 2 days from Santiago, so we needed to have a day when we had a chance to put them on. Today's the day. And it's setting all day allegedly. We'll see. We'll see. That's what it is. Once you get out of there, it'll be fine. Rain's eased off a little bit. Just for a minute, which is nice. Just when we left the digs. I think we're going to get quite so much video footage today. I've got a nice zip in my raincoat, but it's quite deep. So I done dip my coat quite a long way to get into my camera. And yeah. It's the best cocktail this morning. Always puts a smile on my face. All the sounds are amplified this morning, which is nice. Obviously you got the lorries on the road, so that's not so much nice, so that's quite good fun as they go swishing past. We've just left a main road. We've had a very short walk next to that. But when we were going through the woods, there was like a full-on stream next to us, which is just all the rain. So you've got the burbling of the water running down the rocks. But I really noticed the bird song in the woods was, I can hear it now, really amplified. And so there was a blackbird singing his little heart out. I've just picked up a blue gum eucalyptus leaf, and I put it in my shirt, and every time I unzip my jacket I get this aroma of eucalyptus. It's really nice. So I've got a full-on mountain raincoat. So Montane, it's not a cheap piece of kit. I think I paid about $2.80 for it. I get a 40% discount as a mountain leader. This one weighs half a kilo. I've been carrying it for 44 days now. And this is only the second time I've used it. You can get raincoats that weigh less than 100 grams, but when you get a really wet day like today, you think, I'm quite happy I got a decent raincoat on. And there are some decent mountain crossings on the Camino, going up across the Pyrenees, or El Cahido when we came into Galicia. But we've seen people, I don't know, probably 3 weeks in front of us when they did that El Cahido one. That the guy playing the bagpipes, they went through some quite impressive hail showers. But you've got no idea what the Camino's can give you. I've got some little gaiters on my feet. That's only the second time, well, third time I wore them actually. But the second time I didn't need them. Thought I did. In theory I keep dry feet today, but unfortunately my Gore-Tex trainers that I've got ripping them. I've only done half the Camino. I bought them in Burgess. There we go. But they've actually been pretty good. Super sort of soft, squidgy soles, which we like. I normally wear, I guess I did half the Camino in my North Face Hedgehogs, which are exceptionally good shoes, but don't actually have enough cushioning for these long distance trails. They did me the first sort of 340, something like that, kilometres. But I've eased off a bit. You can see it's a super wet part of the world. Here, gum. It's a bit wet today. It's my second cocktail, so I'm happy. Feels like a good Devonshire day. There's a reason why we've seen lots of milk tankers. Milk's primarily water, and God's providing the water. The grass likes the water. We got lots of water. Lovely trail this morning. It's gently weaving mostly through the woods, sometimes oak. We've got some blue gum. Trying to identify this eucalyptus, but my phone is struggling this morning. I think all the moisture on the lens. A bit of Spanish gorse. When we started to walk, oh God, caught my ankle there a bit funny, but she's okay. When we started to walk, a Spanish gorse was out in flower, and it has a beautiful honeysuckle fragrance. At home, our gorse is a coconut one, but it's very subtle coconut, so most of the time you can't smell it. Occasionally, I think once or twice, I've sort of come up over a rise into a big patch of gorse, and it's really hit you with a lovely coconut smell. It's so wet this morning that I've had to go and put my rain hood up. I prefer walking with my tilly hat, but I've got my tilly hat on, but it's just going to soak through. I'm only going for an hour, but I'm feeling like another coffee. Let's see what coffee feels like. I think it's 10 cafes, 10 tiny little settlements we go through today. But each of those settlements has got a cafe. This one was closed, but that was fairly early. And we had a lovely coffee at the albergue we stayed at last night. Look at the view just opening on the valley for its night. I think this is the third valley, so that's sort of typically what we got, I think, now most of the way to Santiago, which is only today and tomorrow. Getting tomorrow seems a bit job to get my head around that. Been reading bought a couple of lovely little guidebooks. No, they weren't guidebooks. Well, yeah, I guess a guide to life. Way back, wasn't in Casa Susie. That was the really nice albergue run by the Australian lady and her Spanish husband. But it was a really cool cafe that was next to that one. But in the cafe they sold them, and it sort of they're tiny little guidebooks, but it's kind of cool, written by somebody that's clearly done the Camino at least once, if not more. I can't remember what she was called, the woman that ran Casa Susie, but she'd done 8 different Caminos in a year. But before she decided what she wanted to do was run the albergue that she's got. It's really nice. But, her and her dad converted it, and then they run until the 1st of November. And then I don't think they open until beginning of April. And she's from Australia, so she goes back to Australia. It's super cold in the winter. Yeah, these guides are cool. Sort of helping you sort of explore what you've learned and what's changed when you're on the Camino. And that's one book, and then the other book is how you go and sort of try and keep hold of those changes you've made and integrate them back into your life when you get back home again. But, we've talked about that on several of my little blogs at rain whirring away. Wow, isn't that beautiful? All the orange lights of the roadworks. God, there's a serious number of electric fence strands. I'm going to guess maybe that's pigs. 41k to Santiago. Of course, Santiago's not our stop. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. We're both feeling a bit tired. We've not had a day off since we saw Lucy and Sam. Oh, can't we walk past the cafe? Does look like it's possibly closed. Who knows? Yeah, so a day off we weren't planning to have a day off in Santiago, but I can never pronounce it, the Boffumia, the big smoky thing with the incense in Santiago Cathedral that we're going to go and see. we need to be there really early, so we decided to go in a day before, and we can't take the rucksack in. It's going to be a bit complex to get in enough time, find somewhere to securely leave your rucksack in bits and pieces. We thought, let's up the pace a little bit, cover a bit more distance. So that's nice. We'll end up with 2 nights in Santiago, and then it starts just like Cornwall or North Devon. It starts to get really hilly, the valleys, although it's only like a 3-day walk to Finisterre. It's up and down lots, but I think we're coming on the estuary quite quickly. It's not estuary, a headland, and so actually I've got a feeling maybe even a couple of days in we might actually see the sea and be able to go for a swim. Probably in conditions like this, but we'll still go for a swim. This is a nice swim spot. Not that I'm feeling it this morning. I wonder what half a civet. The medieval bridge of Ribisco is an essential part of the way of St James. Ribisco de Pont Hospital of Saint Antone, I can't pronounce any of those, was built in a location to receive and serve pilgrims. It was run for the Franciscans of Saint Cristiana. It passed into the ownership of the Santiago Brotherhood of silversmiths known as St Elgias. In 1523, the Brotherhood of St Elias rented a house to Ronda Sunderland, a native of the rental of 1/2 silver real a year, with the condition that it would keep the building in good condition and must have said hospital house constructed and repaired, and beds in the hospital administrator in them to receive the pilgrims that come to said hospital and offer them every charity. In 1827, historian Sebastian followed the volume of... There we go. Is it cool there, Liz? Carrie? Is it nice in there? Oh, it actually almost looks like swimming steps. It's a bit strange with a cantilever across the top. Isn't that pretty? It looks not super deep, I reckon. It's probably waist deep. Definitely deep enough to... Carrie said we don't need to go for a swim because just going for a walk is swimming today. Ooh. It's cool, I like it. We're getting a lot of blue hydrangeas, some of them very, very blue, which I think means the soil's alkaline. We're just smiling. Just went to that hospital and a load of Spanish kids were coming out for breakfast, and they're clearly feeling it a bit, so a couple of days in now, going a 100k walk, and of course it's a wet morning, although I've actually just stopped for a minute. They were not very cheerful, not very excited about Ray getting up. I was super cheerful. Mon Camino! I got a back from them. I did get a Mon Camino back from them. Mumbled. I should dry it up for a minute. See, even some lighter clouds over there. A lovely view. Nice little village. So strike that and reverse it. It's not alkaline. Hydrangeas require an acidic soil. And apparently coffee grounds and orange peel from citric fruits help the plants absorb the aluminium in the soil, which gives them their blue colour. I knew it was one or the other, just happened to get it wrong. Oh, I'm hoping I'll plant some of these at home. Interested to see whether they come up or not. We're liking this little hedge, which gives us a little barrier between that and the cars. It makes quite a bit of difference. And the view across to my left, which you can't really see at the moment, actually it's really nice. We've got a bit of deciduous woodland and open across into a valley. You see woods and the odd field. It's cool. I think it's some agricultural thing. You've seen some quite fancy forages, zero grazing forages around. I wonder if it makes them glass pellets. The view, I said, that opens up. Pretty cool, hey? We'll be heading that way. And it's just a feed mill. Taking cattle feed. Dairy farms and chicken units and so on and so forth. Oh, lovely smell of eucalyptus coming up from my pocket. I am considerably sticky. It stopped raining, which is nice. It's really quite warm. Become a cook in a bag with your waterproof some. Some ugly looking flats, but they have got some banging views, I tell you. Nice mural. Well, not on the scale we had earlier on across the Meseta. We had some really cool ones. Oh. 16,036 kilometres to Australia. That's a long way. 10,000. Paris. We've met several people that come from Paris and Belgium. Walked 39 kilometres to Santiago. It's a bit weird. At just down at Kerry, we could actually, we did walk, but we could actually walk to Santiago today. We've done that before. We've done 50k in a day. It was the albergue not to stay out last night. These big Spanish school groups doing the Camino. That's a big group. Wow. Oh my goodness. Getting trails, same way here. Well, it's a bit like, it's not as bad as it looks. Well, I'll tell you when I'm finished. So across. I think you zoom in enough, everything looks bumpy. We'd embrace the, the ugly. The dustbin truck, which is very important. Look at that view out here, though. There you go. You get that from one side, and then this on the other. I mean, that's. Let me zoom in. You just can't believe how pretty that is. Look at that. And just here, some lovely flowers on the wall. What a shame the wall's there. You haven't got the view. A house with character. Has been quite pretty bits of this town. I think I'm just going to break free. Yeah, we have. Yeah. I'm just saying how there's quite a few towns where they're rubbish when walking in, and then when you walk out, they're short and really quite nice. And this looks like one of those. We like that. I like it right that way around too. Here we go. This looks great. On the trail this morning through the woods. Not too many people. Not see one at the minute, but when you get the sun coming up over here, these mature eucalyptus trees are just crazy how wide the stems are and how straight the trunks are and largely branchless. It's like, whoa. God, you're normally struggling to find a straight section of timber. This is a good example. Just look at that beast. So straight. That was unusually a twin stem beastie. Oh, that one's got lots of stems. 2, 4, 5. Usually just one. Lots of multi-stem ones just here. I'm used to this. Oak and, well, a bit of sweet chestnut. Sweet chestnut trees are on a different level over here. Nice little valley and the sweet chestnuts and a coffee stop. Not quite sure what these. Oh, it's next to the chimney. I wonder whether they're like a bread oven or something. See them on quite a few of the houses, this little round bit. And if they're 2 stories, the round bit's only 1 story. Funky ladybird. Groovy beat. Getting your stamp. You have to get 2 stamps a day. Hasn't been a problem for us. He's quite a groovy little. I like it. I'm on the trail this morning through the woods. Not too many people. I'll see one in a minute, but when you get the sun coming up over here, these mature eucalyptus trees are just crazy how wide the stems are and how straight the trunks are and largely branchless. It's like, whoa. God, you're normally struggling to find a straight section of timber. This is a good example. Just look at that beast. So straight. That was unusually a twin stem beastie. Oh, that one's got lots of stems. 2, 4, 5. Usually just 1. Lots of multi-stem ones just here. I'm used to this. Oak and, well, a bit of sweet chestnut. Sweet chestnut trees are on a different level over here. Nice little valley and the sweet chestnuts and a coffee stop. Not quite sure what these. Oh, it's next to the chimney. I wonder whether they're like a bread oven or something. See them on quite a few of the houses, this little round bit. And if they're 2 stories, the round bit's only 1 story. Funky ladybird. Groovy beat. Getting your stamp. You have to get 2 stamps a day. Hasn't been a problem for us. He's quite a groovy little. I like it. Ooh, picked up the crowds for a minute. I'm sure in a moment it'll ease off again. Oh, okay. Take rain trousers off. Good plan. Nice views. Nice track. Actually dried up nicely. Very, very light mist. Not enough to put a coat on at the moment. And I had my little gaiters on. But my feet were getting all hot and sweaty, which is unusual. Of course, the hassle with the gaiters is it captures in, all the moisture, doesn't allow your socks to wick away. So I rolled those up. The rain's supposed to be coming back in again, but we'll see. But yeah, find myself being a bit naughty. There's no right or wrong way to do the Camino, but find it quite difficult with these day walkers with their little light sacks and doing the last 100k. They tend to raise, not all of them, but they rise quite late. But yeah. I was very good on the Meseta, but everybody was inclusive. You can do it any way you like. This last bit, less so. Really quite looking forward to getting the other side of Santiago when we lose most of the pilgrims at Santiago. So we'll just end up with pagans heading out towards Finisterre and Muscia. Not Maxia, Muscia. So less than a marathon away. I think we're 34k, something like that, from Santiago Mountain. Heidi's place. Looks a bit different. Reminds me of Polzeth with all the people that go and give you hair braids and bracelets and bits and pieces. Ooh. Trying to evaluate the following ideas. What does harmony mean? Whereas war implies a struggle for resources. Peace entails obeying certain rules when struggling for resources. Harmony stands out, not struggling for resources. Harmony also implies respect for oneself, others and the environment. Struggling for resources increases the tension between different groups of people, between people and the environment. Therefore peace inevitably leads to war. Inventions continually become more sophisticated, also weapons. Now we have nuclear weapons. It's only a matter of time before they're used, cause their populace. People worry about nuclear war and climate change, but both are consequences. Not living in harmony is a society that doesn't live in harmony, eventually bound to destroy itself. Is this idea not the most important lesson that we have learned? And is this not also the main message of the Bible? Genesis says that 10 generations after our ancestors got expelled from paradise, eating of food and fruit, almost everybody perished in the great flood. That implies, yeah, okay, sort of. I buy some of that, but I'm not. Does it inevitably lead to war? No. But I think it's that strange thing, isn't it, where you have to be strong. So if you're strong, then that actually prevents a war. Hence, like NATO. I think it's in nature as well. Whether it's the trees fighting for light, or the bird of prey eating a mouse, or a wolf eating a deer. It is nature's way that the strong kind of wins out. And actually, there's a bit in nature where it actually makes you stronger, isn't it? So you take out. So because we've lost all the main predators for our deer, we have ridiculously high populations of deer in the UK. So it's man's responsibility to go and take out the weaker ones and control the numbers. So it's a complex world. Actually, it's not. Everybody thinks it's kind of peace and harmony. Well, I don't think it actually is. You get some cool shit though. There's that German research paper that goes and shows that trees in a wood. So if you get something that attacks, whether it's insects or deer, whatever it is, or fungus that attacks trees on the edge of the wood, they'll pass that information through the wood, as long as it's a native wood, not a man-made plantation. And the other trees will release toxins into the leaves to mitigate some of that damage. And they've also found that if you've got a tree that's struggling in a forest, that the other trees around it will support it through that mycelial web, which is just nuts, isn't it? Because fungus has nothing to do with trees, and actually, if anything, the fungus breaks down and eats the leaves and the dead branches, but by doing so, it actually produces food for the trees themselves. So it's a complex world we live in. Very exciting, very beautiful. So the walk again, and I think it's that bit, isn't it, where a strong society actually looks after the vulnerable. But, whether that's our children or people with ailments or physical or mental disabilities. But that comes from strength, doesn't it? So you have the strength of the society to have peace. strength and prosperity of the society to, how particular it runs financially, isn't it? But, place look cool. Actually, they put a new roof on it. Very big standard apple trees. Still a lot of small work to do. I wonder if that's a remnants of those round bits we see on the side. Possibly. Just heard a cockerel again, so that's made me smell. Sweet smell of silage. A few cattle out in the field. Tiny little farms. Ooh, big dog and little dog. $32,858. Ticking away. Ooh, somebody spent some money renovating that one. God, that doesn't look very smart. That walking through these little farms. Some people taking pictures of pine trees, and you got the row of pine trees, and so you get a bit like Lion of Witch the Wardrobe. Same there with the eucalyptus trees. But if you've not seen it before, and it's a big deal. Walking even for 4 or 5 days to go into Santiago is a great opportunity to reconnect with nature. We've got a little angry hornet up here. Tough job trying to scrim the path all these walkers walking past. Can't really get into anything. It's kind of nice. There we go, we got an overgrown path. And tomorrow it'll have a lovely smell of like hay. All these flowers on the pennywort. Cool. Hola. Yeah. That is really cool. I like that. I'm smiling about how our paradigm has changed. But we've been talking about doing the Hadrian's Wall at 75 miles, which is it's a really short week's walk after you've been doing the Camino. And then we're looking at the Japanese Camino. I think that's 75 kilometres, so it's even shorter. It's hardly 3 days walk. And so I was thinking, maybe not, but saw Wan a while back and he said there's some amazing temples along it. I think we can link it in with some amazing post office trails where the postal guys and women used to walk the trails in Japan. But yeah, a week's walk now seems like what would have been a couple of hours walk in the park before we came on the Camino. I've forgotten what you said they call those again in Dorset?
Holloways.
Holloways. That's a good name for them. It's a cool holloway. I like that. Holloway. It's cool. close. 9.3. The weather's getting better, and the path, oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Just little narrow bits weaving down through little tiny villages. There's a few of the goats above us, which we just turned the wrong way to see. We might see them here, we'll see. Oh, I can hear a cockerel. Guaranteed to make me smile. Cool, these chickens have got a good run. I reckon it's for the goats, the stones in the middle. There are some goats up there. Oh, he has a dog there as well. Oh, and there's a cockerel. Oh, I didn't sing in a minute ago.
There you go.
Brilliant. Oh, I can hear a chicken. Somebody's just laid an egg. Oh, got some turkeys, yeah. Oh wow, look at those. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Huh. Oh my goodness. That's a new one on me. Huh. Lovely sound of the wind in the trees. We're just about 500 metres away from where we're staying tonight. About 22 kilometres, maybe a little bit less. 21 and a bit to Santiago, so we could easily walk it in today, but we're going tomorrow, and then we have to go to the cathedral office. We're also already registered, but you have to go and a QR code, very organised. Go and scan that one, and then we get given a number. I think if we come in before midday, we're likely to get our Compostela, our pardon, what do you have, tomorrow. We're coming after lunchtime, after 12, it's likely to be tomorrow, but we've got 2 nights there, so it doesn't really matter, although we'll do the same as we always do, get up 5:30, leave at 6. But, so we should be around there about 12ish, but we're not in a big rush. And then, so today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we've got our friends have paid for the Perfumia to be swung, so we'll go to the cathedral and see that. That'll be absolutely magic. And then we've got another night in there, so we actually got a day off tomorrow. That'll be nice. We've got a place for the washing machine, so we normally wash our stuff in the shower and stuff. Actually, we're gonna wash all our clothes. They're not at all smelly, they're fine. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so Thursday, then we start heading off to Finisterre, and it should be really nice. We would have lost all the people that are doing the Camino for religious reasons at Santiago. Definitely the majority of people we speak to stop at Santiago. We're talking to some people who have just done the Primavito, so that comes in from northern Spain, and then they just do this last little bit into Santiago with us. But, exciting. And then we got a night in, so I think it's 3 days to finish there, but I think we hit the coast before that, and then night in Finisterre, and I think a day across to Murcia. Everybody's got it all booked up. Cool, look at that. Look at this. We're getting so busy. Is that where we are? Tonight? I didn't think I liked the blue. Apparently I do. It looks nice. Purple. Timber yard. tractor over there. Very similar to the one we saw earlier on. That is one tiny field of maize. Hello, little sweetie. I'm actually using the maize store, what it's designed for. You can just about see that. Maize stocked up. Some sheep, you can see where it's been out. Cut some grass for them today. Saw a donkey a minute ago. We gave the donkey some. Oh, Carrie's putting a waterproofs on. I think we've got a couple of K to go. This looks a bit New Foresty. Oh yeah, it's definitely raincoat time. Of a good village. Free range chickens. I should imagine almost every house has got chickens and a cockle. You hear them all singing away. Oh guys. Living the best life, eh?